Okay. All right. They'll start streaming in, I'm sure. I want to introduce Dean Cascione. He's here from, you had played Sene 3 years ago, maybe? Yeah. 2-year probation, and then you're back. No, he's going to talk about his guitar and some of the equipment that he's using and show us a little bit about what you can do. All right. Thanks.
Hi, everybody. Again, my name is Dean Cascione. It's my second time being here playing at the Sene. I want to congratulate Phil and Don for the 10th anniversary of the Sene. Round of hands. It's a great place for people, you know, original films, local films, original artists like myself who write music to be able to come out and play and get some exposure. The style of music that I play, I mean, I'm an instrumental guitarist, and which really lends very nicely to movie scores, film scores, obviously music videos. The style that I play is, it's kind of like rock in the classical genre. They call it neoclassical or new classical. And what happened when I first started taking lessons when I was a little kid, I started studying under this local, he was a classical master. And he was teaching me all this stuff, and I was just like, oh, I just want to play rock. I just want to play metal. But my sister paid for like a year's worth of lessons. And so I stuck it out for a year, and then as soon as that was over, I was like, I'm done. And then I went and I tried to learn how to, you know, all the rock songs and stuff like that. And what happened was, I found myself moving towards all the guitarists out there that play with the distortion pedal and the big Marshall stack, but they're playing in the classical music realm. So with guitar, I mean, typically you've got two avenues. You've got blues, rock style, and then you've got classical rock, or runs into the metal style. And you know, some of the greats who pioneered it, Ritchie Blackmore, Deep Purple, Randy Rhoads, Ozzy Osbourne. Later in the 80s, Yngwie Malmsteen, he's like a crazy classical shredder. And then we've got a local guy in Boston who teaches at Berkeley, Joe Stump, same type of thing. You know, these guys play in that classical realm, and most of them too, with the exception of like Randy and Ritchie, are all instrumental guitarists. So yeah, so tonight I have 3 songs that I'm going to play for you. The first one is more of like a classic rock, heavier type metal song, big chords, some nice melodies that you can kind of hum along, maybe raise your fist and go, yeah, this is cool, get into it. The second song is it's more like a metal ballad, and it's really to show how, you know, guys that are playing in this style can also play very melodically. Okay, it's just not playing guitar solos as fast as you can. And then the third song, because I'm a instrumental shred guitarist, is an all-out fretboard assault. I'm going to just rip this thing up for 3 minutes straight, and hopefully all of you guys will be like, wow, I probably never want to hear that again, but that was really cool. But as a self-proclaimed shred guitarist, you've got to be able to perform that stuff in front of people too. A little bit about my gear. The guitar itself, I don't know if anyone noticed, but it kind of looks like a violin. This is a nod to the very first shredder, Paganini. He was incredible guitarist and violinist. He's known as being the greatest violinist of all time. He was a shredder on violin. He'd blow minds with how fast he was playing and how precise and articulate. The story too that everyone's heard about people who sell their soul to the devil to be able to play trumpet or be able to play, you know, guitar or piano better than anyone. It actually, that story came from Paganini. So that originated from him, from his life. And it was only because in a very short time he mastered the violin. And people said there's no way he could do that. I mean, I've been playing since I was a kid. I still haven't mastered the guitar. Supposedly he did that in like, you know, it was like 3 or 4 years. So the guitar itself, there's a nod to the classical violin. It's got the F holes and it's got the cutouts. And I also build my own guitars, so this is hand built by me. So I'm building these things at my home, in my own wood shop, you know, so it's kind of like an extension of me. What happened was I was buying really expensive guitars and cutting them all up and modding them all. It's like, why do this when I can start making my own? So I've been doing it now for about 14 years. And finally, just within the last few years, came out with this model that's kind of like a reflection of me. The gear that I'm using, just real quick, I mean, most people that are playing rock and metal, they just get these giant stacks. You can't have enough Marshall speakers, you know, to just like fill the whole room. You'll have like 20 or 30 of them. I'm playing through this little thing right here, the ZT Amps Lunchbox Junior. And I mean, I had to turn it down earlier. Sound check, we were shaking the roof here. I was like, turn it down, turn it down. But today, with the technology of today and the you know, the engineers that are building this equipment, you don't really need those huge speakers anymore. So this thing is awesome. I mean, in January I performed in LA at NAMM, which is like the largest music, it's a music expo for all the manufacturers of musical instruments and equipment. And I was at NAMM, played at a few different booths demonstrating, you know, strings and all that stuff. And I use this little guy. Everyone's wheeling in their big amps, and you know, I got the little lunchbox. And it said the thing, and the cool thing too is it can either run on battery, it can run on batteries too, so you can take it to a campground if you want, like blow everybody up. And then we just got I've got the Bose tower here, but this is kind of obsolete already too. Bose has released like a little small replacement for this that's handheld, and I'm waiting to get one of them. And then I've just got a couple of distortion pedals, so I mean the amp, you know, it's very clean sounding. And then when I put the pedal, the distortion. All right, so let's kick this off. So the first song is called Runestone.